Pathfinder, got a minute?
Pathfinder, you have new email. Pathfinder, you have new email. Pathfinder, you have new email.
Hey.
Director Jared I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our new Turian colonists. Please help make their stay a comfortable one, and let's all
Good morning.
Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
Our continuing progress.
Nice to see you again.
convicted murderer Nilkin Rensis, exiled for his role in the killing of Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. This is HNS. Hydroponic.
I'm sorry, Lana. We're just trying to boost our morale.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Of course you approve. Ryder saved your people.
Ryder saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
But it doesn't hurt if there's a few less Krogan around, does it?
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
Kesh, it's true I had to leave some Krogan behind. I'm sorry about that.
You've already done your part for us. That's more than I can say for others.
Yet I have to question what we gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
This is how we beat them. The Archon doesn't know how to bring Meridian online. He can't control the technology. I can.
Vaults, maybe. We don't know if Meridian works the same way. And attacking the Ket, only to find out you're wrong?
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I'm grateful, Ryder, but I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
And so will I.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
We hear you loud and clear.
Good. That will be all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way. Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your brother is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Scott.
Sarah.
Touchy-feely time. Don't you think you slept in long enough?
I thought it was Saturday, then Sunday. Then I figured someone turned the alarm off.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
No one could have saved him, Scott. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad you did. That would have been a hell of a thing to wake up to. I'll miss him. But right about now, he'd be telling us to stop moaning and get on with it.
There's no shortage of things to do.
Yeah, I hear you're the great and honorable Madam Pathfinder.
Please, it's nothing like that.
As soon as I get my gear, well...
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, sir. You need a chance to mend.
Yeah, says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Ryder.
Pulling rank already. Better hope I never tell anyone about that year you only ate paste. Was it first grade or second?
You can keep talking if you'd like. Just no arm wrestling.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Reika. We have a plan for Meridian. Please come by the tech lab as soon as you can.
Will do.
Hey.
You feeling out of the loop, I imagine?
A little, though I've heard bits and pieces of things from Harry and the medtechs. Sounds pretty serious.
Some speed bumps along the way, but nothing we can't handle.
Uh-huh. What kind of speed bumps?
There's a race of aliens called the Ket. They're led by a scary nutjob named Archon who wants to turn all of us into them. We both want Meridian, which is the heart of an alien terraforming network we're trying to activate. We do that, maybe we live.
Look at my big sister being all proactive. Meanwhile, I'm mastering the art of peeing in a plastic jar.
You should also know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
Like what?
Turns out Sam is even smarter than anyone knew. And Dad juiced his connection to Sam. It's a lot more powerful than other Pathfinders. So is mine.
I guess rank has its privileges. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted some of his memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You and I were there, so was Mom.
You actually saw her?
It was at the hospital the day she died. And that reunion dinner she wanted us at so badly.
Right. Dad was his usual talkative self.
But there was something else. I saw Dad talk with a benefactor in the Milky Way, some initiative bigwig I'd never heard of.
That's news to me.
Yeah, I'm still hoping I can figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
Sure. What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I was going to ask you.
Habitat 7. There was this alien terraforming machine that had us stranded. Dad figured it out and shut it down. That saved us our ass. Then, hell broke loose. My helmet got smashed. I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating. Then Dad gave me his helmet.
He sacrificed himself?
Only one of us could make it, and he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
All those stories about him being an N7, kicking ass in the military. I always thought they were exaggerating.
You should have seen him in action. Taking out Ket left and right. It was amazing.
Huh. Dad, the badass one-man army. Pretty good way to remember him.
What do you remember about how they met?
Well, she was in the Alliance, researching early biotic implants. That's about the time she met Dad. He was on Earth for N7 training, I think. He says he swooped in and swept her off her feet. Had a whole bad boy in uniform vibe that was irresistible.
Dad?
I guess it worked. They got married. Then the First Contact War started, and he was sent off to fight. After that, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
Mostly that it's the thing that finally killed her. Biotics weren't unknown back then. So were the dangers. All sorts of rare diseases hit people working around EZO. Mom was trying to design implants to help people harness their abilities. She was a pioneer, and she actually gave it to him.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Big space station chock full of all sorts of aliens. Scary at first, but pretty soon I was playing laser tag with Turian and Solarian kids. Looking back on it, maybe that's why I'm here. The Citadel showed me life has no limit on possibilities. It made me ask, what else is out there?
You still think about Mom?
Yeah, especially now. I wonder what she'd say if she could see us.
Dad talked about her before we went on our first mission.
Really? After she died, Dad seemed to shut down. He hadn't talked about her in years.
He loved her. I think he was just lost.
We all were.
Feeling homesick at all?
Still trying to get my sea legs, but I think about what might have been if everything hadn't gotten screwed up.
What do you think would be different?
Well, while you were looking for Prothean artifacts, I was standing watch over a Mass Effect relay. Hell of a thing to stare at every day. I'd dream about what was on the other side, the adventures I would have, the things I would accomplish. But when everything got screwed up, well, I guess I'll never know.
Screwed up how?
Start with Mom dying. I never cried so hard. And Dad? He was never the same after that. He put so much into Sam to save her, but... well, AI's as illegal as it gets in the Milky Way. After the Alliance kicked him out for it, everything changed. Suddenly, being Alec Ryder's kid was a black mark. You and I were never going to live that down.
Well, I'll let you take it easy then.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how slammed I am. Gotta nap, then doze a bit, then try to catch up on sleep.
It'll get better.
Not before you find that Meridian. I want in.
I'll take pictures.
This is not good. Damned exiles.
I'm glad to see you and your brother back together finally.
I appreciate you looking out for Scott.
Your family's been through enough. It was time you had some good news. Though we need to keep him around for observation. Give him time to recover.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
I'll be here if you need me.
Reports suggest Perchero was intercepted by Ket forces in the Defino system. Reached for comment, officials refuse to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants. But they do confirm the Solarian Pathfinder survived. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for a potential influx of Solarian settlers. This is HNS.
Ryder, good to see you. We've been working with Dr. Aradana and her team on the problem of getting to Meridian.
We think we have the answer.
I'm listening.
It's plans for new technology we've designated Ghost Storm.
When you approach Meridian, our own ships can broadcast fake returns for the Tempest.
The Ket won't know which one is real. It will confuse their sensors and draw their ships off.
It could buy you some time.
I can work with that, just enough to give us an advantage.
The rest will be on you.
I can handle it, though it means going against the initiative. We're alone here. You didn't hear that.
Hear what? We've been collating gamma charts all day.
Occupational hazard. Part of being a Pathfinder.
Let's get to it then. The Archon isn't sitting on his hands.
You'll need to research the Ghost Storm technology first. Then we'll meet you at Meridian.
Good luck.
But the plants have adapted to the Scourge's presence. Some even feed on its radiant energy. See this older specimen? The growth rings show the Scourge's beginnings. The Pathfinder's scanner captured it perfectly.
Hearing a yes or no would suffice.
Allah, what are you doing here?
Supervised work release as a programmer. Making up for what my mother did, trying to stop AI. I swear she said she'd only disable the blue box computers in storage. No one was meant to get hurt.
Has Knight been sentenced?
Not yet. I spoke up for her, but I don't think anyone else will. Maybe being a good citizen will help her.
We'll keep an eye on him, Pathfinder. He'll be fine.
Exiles find a home as former security are implicated in the mutiny. An investigation revealed Nexus security head Sloan Kelly played a role in the uprising that killed dozens. Initiative authorities tracked the exiles, including Kelly, to Kadara, a desert planet in the Gavorkum system. Initiative Director Jaren Tan did not mince words when news of the exile port was made public.
Kadara is dangerous. Exiles are dangerous. Stay away from Kadara. I cannot stress this
the outcasts have now claimed control of Kadara.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is Fulcrum?
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son, Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And ends heaven. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
Though we'll keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right?
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam.
Yes, Pathfinder?
Track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Hey, Sam. Transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
Sam, this is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is indeed cause for optimism, although Alec did not want to raise hopes prematurely. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name, Elizabeth Riley.
Now we know what Gian Garson meant. That something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reapers' return was imminent.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
But why was Gian Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was or is the Benefactor?
Unknown.
So this was Dad's plan.
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Scott could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Your father's personal logs.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious Benefactor.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our Benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the Benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when... Everybody get down!
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. By God's sake.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your ARGs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR-2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy, and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Hey, Vetra. I'm someplace interesting.
Want to meet up? Maybe at the Nexus Lounge?
Appreciate the invite. Rain check, okay?
Sure thing.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
This is not good. Easy now.
There you are. What's all this about? Okay, this is the pod you told me about. Who's Elizabeth Riley?
I could have milked this a little, but this is Mom.
What?
I saw Dad's last memory. He brought her. ER isn't Elizabeth Riley. It's Ellen Ryder.
I don't... How... Wow, how is this possible?
Dad loved her that much. He wouldn't give up. Not even at the bitter end.
For a man not given to rash action, his emotion drove his decisions in the end.
This is incredible. So Dad being a pain in the ass finally paid off. I want to shake his hand. And then punch him. Why didn't he tell us?
Dad was being Dad. I'm just glad she's still with us.
Well, let's get her out of there.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
I guess you're right. You don't want to mess around with that.
Your father understood this would take time.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Just make sure she stays safe, Sam.
We lost her once. We're not losing her again.
My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Residents are still mourning the loss of Gene Garson. The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though Director Jaren Tan has provided few details so far.
Without Gene, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate.
This is HNS.
Can we talk when you're free?
Pathfinder, you have new email.
It's almost unbelievable that some of the Ket would be fighting their own. The Ket always seemed so monolithic, almost faceless. I wish we saw more of that fighting. Wouldn't shed a tear if they wiped themselves out. Whatever they've done, they're still a unique, fascinating species. It's hard for me to wish them all dead. Anyway, about this Ket device you found by their destroyed ship. It's secured with a biometric lock that can only be activated with a specific genetic code.
So, like a fingerprint scan, except with a genetic fingerprint.
Exactly. Whatever's in this, it's probably only meant for trusted individuals.
So you're saying I have to track down some Ket?
But that would be impossible, Ryder. Remember those Ket genetic samples you scanned on Volt? Lexi's been working on the data, and I have an idea that just might work. We should go talk with her when you have time.
Got your memo, Suvi. Data's right here, but I'm not sure what you're expecting to find.
Tell me you have it all sequenced.
Yes, of course. It was the first thing I...
Perfect. Sam, can you test combinations of sequences against the lock?
Testing.
Brute force, Dr. Anwar?
Tried and true methods. And with Sam's processing speed, it should take no time.
Key found.
Whoa. We thought it was a data log, but it's not. It's...
It just locked onto a transmission.
Does it compromise our security?
The device is a receiver. It will not reveal our location.
This transmission is audio.
The Archon has abandoned our way, spurns tradition, defies protocol. He abuses his authority, obsesses over Remnant secrets, and keeps us cut off from home. This cannot continue. He will return to the path of right or be destroyed. This is my promise. An Archon stands tall only while we hold him up.
Someone's really upset at the Archon.
A collectivist culture would take a harsh view of any action that defied the will of the group. And isolating the Ket here would breed resentment. They may feel abandoned.
Ket feeling abandoned?
Some things are universal.
I wonder if there's a way to trace the signal. Scanning for nav point. I'll transmit it to your Omni tool, in case you want to check it out.
What do you think we'll find out there?
I don't know. It might be a base of Ket dissidents organizing against the Archon.
Whatever it is, please be careful, Ryder. Feeling okay?
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
System, home of Eos and Prodromos.
Green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Cat signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Gets us away from the sun for a while.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod. Where'd they get that?
They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan. This is the nav point Suvi gave us, but there's nothing here. Just this beacon.
If I was saying things about my boss, I wouldn't want it to get back to me. This could be some kind of proxy to reduce the chance of detection.
I'm Victor. Another variant. Solarian. Reflexes were impressive.
Dear he are alive in Holor. In need of assistance.
No longer aware of where it is. Dispose of it.
Thought I hated him before.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information. Pathfinder. Cat ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution.
see where this beacon leads us.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
Remnant ahead, let's check it out.
My nose down in Remnant for so long, I never noticed the colors.
Our people came a long way. Nothing here will stop them.
Strange how bleeding.
The BlackRock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. EO still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, you like to say.
He goes away. Let's check it out.
BlackRock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Heel still feels frontier. Claimed, but not tamed, you like to say.
That's it for hostiles. Let's see what this beacon has for us.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
Strange how bleeding for a place makes it feel worthwhile.
Our people came a long way. Nothing here will stop them.
Had my nose down in Remnant for so long, I never noticed the colors.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Get ready to
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Up. Looks like a Ket construct.
Remnant pillars. Bound to be a few lurkers.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Transmission is strong and unobstructed here, Pathfinder.
Looks like we found it then.
Someone got here before we did.
Exaltation lifted our ancestors out of sorrow and tribulation. This noble gift now allows us to raise others, and share in the genetic bounty of this galaxy. But the Archon would selfishly hoard what Helios has to offer.
Recorded messages?
Sounds like some kind of motivational speech to the Ket.
The Archon does not serve Kent interests, only his own. He wastes our time on the Remnant, but keeps all knowledge for himself. These are the acts of a traitor, not true Ket.
Well, we found it. This looks like a comm console. It's probably what's sending out the messages.
Is that it? And so you have found me. You are a single-minded creature, Pathfinder. I see it now. Your determination will grant the Ket dominion over this galaxy.
Not on my watch, asshole.
This posturing benefits no one. Our confrontation is inevitable, not imminent. I did not reveal myself as a traitor easily. I did so only because I seek a mutual benefit.
Getting rid of the Archon.
The Archon's obsession with the Remnant incites chaos and endangers all we've worked for. This must end.
I take it you need my help for this?
I am Ket. I do not need Archon's destruction. I need only ensure nothing stands between you and your target. Once he is cut down, the Remnant will cease to be a concern. We will complete our purpose here and leave.
Exaltation? No thanks.
One day you will be family. Till then, fight if you must. But I offer a reprieve from this conflict, so you can destroy a mutual enemy.
Ugh, this makes me feel dirty. But I can't see the downside right now.
We don't need some Ket cheat. Come on, kid, be smart.
Why do you oppose the Archon?
The Archon says he will use Meridian to dominate this cluster. He says Meridian will bring us victory. We have never needed Remnant to be victorious. No, he wants more. His ambition is plain. I am not alone in this thought.
What exactly do I get from this deal?
Sometime soon, I will be called upon by the Archon to destroy you. When that time arrives, I will provide you with the means to disable my ship.
Or you could just leave me alone.
And should you fail to bring down the Archon, my treachery will be exposed.
Covering your own ass.
We don't deal with Ket. Ever.
So be it. I hope you found some satisfaction chasing my messages. You will gain nothing else from this. I bid you goodbye, Pathfinder. We will not speak again.
I think that's it.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder, could we chat?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Ah, there you are. I was wondering, when you found the Solarian Ark, was anything strange, out of place?
I didn't really have time for a detailed investigation. Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured by chance. If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
Now that I think about it, a Ket armada just stumbling across the Solarian Ark seems a little convenient.
Coincidences do happen, though when you put it like that. I'll put the coordinates for this meeting in the nav computer. I suppose there's no harm in making sure. Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
What do you think this was for? Some kind of aqueduct?
Those are the coordinates we were sent.
That thing about the Solarian Ark?
So are we checking it out?
There's Ket all over.
Surprise! It was a setup.
Let's look around. They might have left something. From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Special Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
Just say assassinated people.
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
A lot of people came to Andromeda for a fresh start.
I'm sure I'll enjoy mine when I find it. Let's be frank. There are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Couldn't Reika help you solve this?
I trust Reika implicitly, but I can't say the same for her team. You're obviously trustworthy. If you were involved, you wouldn't have saved our Ark in the first place.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Ket. As for why, I intend to ask him.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
Most people would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Leaving Avarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Vetra was looking for you.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Beginning approach.
Volt orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
That's Techix, according to my map.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
This must be Dr. Adams' workspace.
Yes?
I won't disturb you further.
Stupid machines ruining my business.
This equipment has been sterilized with a standard radioisotope. There are trace elements of biomaterial that could be consistent with exaltation pods.
Or they could be leftovers from Adam's experiments.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Remnant pillars, let's check them out.
That looks like Ket tech.
Pathfinder, I can hack that message console.
So there's a control center for Ket shuttles on Vold.
This message contains a fragmented passcode. If we find more terminals, I can reassemble it.
And we can take out the control center.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support restored.
get a scan. Let's get a scan. That STG agent was right. This cat was Dr. Adam's contact. Let's get a scan.
The locker contains personal items. It is registered to the Parchero.
Parchero? This is from the Solarian Ark.
That means they got through dark space.
It looks like a salvage team is hunting down these lockers, meaning there's more. Worth following up.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support is back online. I'm reading a temperature decrease. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support is stable. reading a temperature decrease. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. I'm detecting below normal temperatures. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored. This cat has a Milky Way comm device implanted. Particle vibration on the transmitter resembles Solarian encryptions.
Resembles doesn't prove much. The Ket could have found the implant on the Solarian Ark. At best leads on Aden's betrayal, and they're both circumstantial.
Too bad for Salen.
We could head to the Nexus and ask Reika about this. Maybe she knows something.
Pathfinder, got a minute?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, you have new email.
Bold orbit is steady.
The initiative has found the Solarian Ark. Reports suggest Perchero was intercepted by Ket forces in the Defino system. Reached for comment, officials refuse to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants. But they do confirm the Solarian Pathfinder survived. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for a potential influx of Solarian settlers. This is HNS.
Ryder, glad you could make it.
So afterwards, the cat got twitchy. Took me a while to get back.
The idea of Solarians figuring out exaltation must keep them up at night.
Oh, I hope so.
So you're finding out the Ket's dirty exaltation secrets?
That's the plan. Your star maps were helpful, by the way.
You're welcome. Between us, charting the Scourge and Ryder's vault data, the Ket will run out of bolt holes.
I'll send you our latest.
I'd forward one to the Turians, too. Their new Pathfinder will need it.
A rookie. Any names yet?
They must have plenty of good candidates.
And they'll have our experience to prepare them.
Better to find your wings as you fly. Worked for us, didn't it?
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
In the meantime, we've a serious matter to deal with. The first vintage bottled in Andromeda. Sent as a gift. Since we've got a moment to ourselves, shall we toast?
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Ryder, always a pleasure. I hear you're assisting Major Salem Varn's investigation into Dr. Adden.
You know Salen?
I met him once or twice. A remarkable agent, despite his age. Unfortunately, my attempts to aid him have stalled.
What do you make of Salen's theory that someone betrayed your people?
It seems monstrous, but the more I consider it, the more the facts seem to fit. I've tried enlisting ARC leadership, those who woke first, but they've been busy, unhelpful, or both. Perhaps we should get creative.
Can we risk anything shady? We need any findings to be bulletproof.
It'll only matter if you get caught. One of the ARC officers who woke early, Randlon, has an apartment here. If he's too busy to help, you could scan around, carefully, see what you can find. Ah, Ryder, my hero. We Solarians have a tough road ahead. It's hard to wake up to such loss. But we are not the first, just one of many. Is there anything on your mind?
What can you tell me about my father?
He was a friend, and what he shared with me was shared in confidence. But I can tell you, the Alec Ryder he showed to the world was but a sliver of the whole. He felt that to lead, he must project utter confidence. With me, he shared his fears and doubts, or at least a few of them. I considered that a great compliment.
Is Captain Hager doing well?
Hager is training to be my successor, if or when the need arises. We lost so many of our leaders during our captivity. It's left several roles open to fill. Hager is a dedicated officer. The sky's the limit for him. He'd make a strong Pathfinder.
It's good to have a line of succession planned out.
I want Hager fully aware of what the future may hold. The better prepared he is, the smoother the transition.
How are your people adjusting to life here?
We are resilient. Our lifespan is short, so we have a built-in drive to maximize every minute. Many of us are getting to the business of bolstering our numbers and looking for opportunities to settle worlds. I have a few select teams looking into the Ket. The better we know the enemy, the more prepared we'll be for whatever they throw at us next.
How did you get involved with the initiative?
My claim to fame in the Milky Way was that I found a way to restore the biodiversity of my homeworld. For decades, we knew that the planet would soon be unable to sustain us, so I was something of a hero. My work caught your father's attention, and he, how shall I say, laid on the charm to enlist me for the initiative.
Oh, yeah?
Your father could be very charming when he wished.
What is it you strive for? For you, I mean.
For me, all I've ever wanted is clarity. I devote much of my time looking in the mirror, trying to understand myself. Some might find it narcissistic, but in knowing myself, I can be true in the moment, with little self-interrogation. Ultimately, the motivation is to live a life free of regret. I have come close, thus far.
Nice talking with you, Reika.
I am at your disposal, Ryder.
Sounds like our experience was a picnic compared to what the Solarians went through. Rake is determined to put an end to exaltation, and she'll have every bullet I can lend her.
Cora said you fought plenty of battles, that you were the hero of Kirkus.
Ha! I survived Kirkus, anyway.
What happened?
The enemy fired artillery at civilian targets. I used my biotics to shield part of a city. I can make a good shield, as you've seen. I lost dear friends in that battle, but we saved a lot of people. If that makes me a hero, I'll take it.
Cora really idolized you. Have you spoken since...
A little. It's difficult to talk to someone who's that disappointed in you. But we do speak, and more importantly, listen. Reminds me of the days when I had students.
Now that the Asari Ark is safe, what's next for you?
I'll be tracking the Ket through their secret routes in the Scourge and burning them out. Charting the Scourge will help everyone. Some incidental revenge is a bonus.
I never knew Matriarch Ashara, the last Asari Pathfinder. What was she like?
The best my people have to offer. Powerful, just, diplomatic. I was a dowdy soldier by comparison. I tell myself she'd understand why I... But she didn't think that way. Diplomacy allows compromise. War doesn't.
Good luck, Sarissa.
On to glory, Ryder.
I know Sarissa's been dropping in at the Pathfinder HQ. It's just... I'm not good with everything yet. You're a hero to Apex, you know. I won't disillusion them. Much. I wonder what my place here would look like. But it's better this way. Hi, Ryder.
Arc Parchero advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
Pathfinder.
Locked.
I may be able to hack this, Pathfinder.
And we're in. Definitely the apartment Reika mentioned. It's been watered recently.
A single fiber is caught on a leaf. It shows traces of novetamine.
A drug?
A neurodepressant reported in some Andromeda wildlife. This plant is not one of them.
Password protected. Little help, Sam?
Accessing. It contains financial and personnel reports. However, the EM signature suggests data was recently cleaned.
Freshly vacuumed.
Traces of dust still remain. Based on the Scourge radiation count, they came from a remote world.
So Rand Lon, or someone in his apartment, went exploring out there. Okay, something's fishy. Sam, can you work out which planet the dust on the floor came from?
I have a candidate. No record of any official visit. Once in orbit, I can approximate a nav point.
What are you doing in my apartment?
You must be Rand Lawn.
Yes. You're the one who saved our Ark. What are you doing here?
I'm conducting an investigation about the Solarian Ark. I wanted to check a few things.
Ah, I did hear about this. I was too busy to assist. I suppose I'll have to make the time. What do you need?
I'd like to ask Dr. Adden a few questions. Do you know him or where he is?
Oh yes. Adden's some sort of biologist. We were among the first to wake up. Difficult times. I haven't seen him since the Ark was rescued. Why Adden?
Salen Varn mentioned.
Salen? Huh, I see. If the Major's at it again, this makes more sense.
What do you mean?
No, I won't spread rumors. You can go, but I wouldn't break into any more homes on Salen's advice.
If I've been misled, I should hear these rumors.
The Major is brilliant, but he's just been in STG too long. He's been bothering us with conspiracies since he woke up. It's common in retired agents. They can't navigate a world without espionage.
I see.
Look, let's forget this happened. For the Major's sake. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Still got that planet identified?
PB's been looking for you.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
We're on course.
These are the approximate coordinates extrapolated from the Solarian apartment.
And nothing.
There's sand traps all over. Let's look under the surface. Something was here, then dragged. That way.
Scavengers, this could be fun.
The trail leads right to them. Salen, what happened to you?
Salen? Very familiar for our first real meeting.
Not funny, Solarian.
I contacted you, hoping one of my suspects would do something reckless, and unfortunately, he did. I imagine I was supposed to vanish out here while he used my cloak device. Any Salen you met was Dr. Adden in disguise.
Wait, he asked me to analyze leads that could implicate him.
Let me guess. Adden asked you to scan those leads. I suspected the traitor was hiding messages on optical encoders. Those messages were the real proof I needed, but a powerful scanner like yours would wipe them. Adden used you and, my investigation to cover his tracks. Canny bastard.
I examined an apartment belonging to a Solarian officer, Rand Lawn. The clues there led me to you.
Interesting. That confirms my suspicions. Everything comes back to our Ark. Adden didn't have the clearance to alter logs or affect the nav computer, yet he's obviously guilty. I suspect Adden is the front man for a conspiracy involving the Ket. He's the key to blowing it open.
Right, except Adden got rid of anything we had on him, and I'll bet Rand Lawn has disappeared.
Adden. He forgot the dart he poisoned me with. Still in there, with the ballistics intact. Contact Adden, feign ignorance, and ask for a meeting. I'll be there to arrest him.
We'd need somewhere to meet Adden, somewhere neutral.
There are caves on Kadara that might be suitable.
Send the word.
just been looking for you.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Too much high ground to keep expecting an ambush.
Enemies!
There you are. Did you investigate those leads?
I learned you're a Ket collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short?
So it's true. Old spies really do live forever.
This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest.
I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Save it, Adden. You betrayed your people. You'll never see daylight again.
My people agreed to this. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Ket, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Ket and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
You pretended to be Ket allies so you could study them, then stab them in the back.
Listen, there is an empire of Ket beyond Helios. All-powerful conquerors who will invade us eventually. The secrets we learn could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Ket Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets.
Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca.
We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
Put this traitor where he belongs, Major.
I've got suggestions if you need them.
Arrest me, and you'll never find the others.
I've got nothing but time to look. I'm retired, remember? Me, Reika, the others, we all owe you for this ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a militia pickup, the doctor, and the biggest drink on the Nexus.